Hi everyone, my name is Jamie Castillo, and this is my video response for Polita, the movie, for week 5. So it pretty much said to go over 3 different sociological issues that the video kind of took place. The first one was when Luke's mom is saying how she doesn't like soccer. She's not very proud that he chose the path of soccer over his path of being in law and being a lawyer, or whatever that path would have brought him. And I thought it was just kind of ironic. This is before I saw the rest of the movie, really. I had just seen this clip actually when I was looking at the different trailers on YouTube. And so, it had a little bit of a glimpse of her. But here's this gentleman who had all these opportunities to be successful in the sense of money and wealth and living the luxury life. And he chose to go after his dream. And I guess if you relate it to the text, he went after his American dream. He wanted what he wanted. He knew what he loved. He knew what his passion was, and it was soccer. And his mother was just like, I had all these things. Like, this is here. You have a Caucasian male who has all these opportunities, and he's not taking any of them. He's going after something else. And then you flash forward to when they were visiting the slum in Africa, and they had one big playing field. Everybody who knew where they were from called these people low lives and trash, and they weren't going to go anywhere, and that they were dirty and drunk, and they were kind of scared of them. And so then you have those individuals who don't have any opportunities. They can't move up, because as soon as somebody finds out where they're from, they're trash, they're garbage. They don't want anything to do with them. They don't even want to hire them and help them have a better life. So those are 2 different incidences. And then going on to when the big game in Spain was taking place, not in Spain, but the game against Spain where they had the fake tickets. You had this huge game, and then right across the street, or right down, within a block or 2, you had all the the workers who were playing a game, a pickup game, while the game was going on until they had to be called in, whatever. So, and then that one specifically for me, for my personal experience, I went to Nashville last year for CMA Fest with my mother and my sister. And at the same time as CMA Fest, the NHL finals were going on, which was Penguins versus the Predators. And so you had this huge chunk of the city where it was just packed with all these people, which you're assuming of wealthy stature if they're going to the game or they're going to CMA Fest. And well, we weren't a part of that big crowd because we were inside the stadium, but before that we had gone across the street, and it was literally over a bridge across the street. And you were in pretty much the slums of Nashville, and it was just, tent city. And it went from mansions to tents. It wasn't even just rundown houses, mansions to tents. Any type of house that was there had broken windows, boarded up, and it was pretty sad. And there was not a single Caucasian person on that street besides us driving. It was all African American. And it was heartbreaking to see, because you can just see that people look down upon them. And my cousin, who lives in Nashville currently, because she's going to school out there, she was driving us, helping us get around, and so she was like, yeah, I don't ever come here. And it was just kind of wow, you don't even know this area, and it's still the same city that you live in. It's just ironic. So those are 3 different sociological things. Ethical things. When the girl wanted to play soccer in Iran, and they allowed her to, but it was looked down upon, and it was frowned upon because girls shouldn't play soccer or sports. They had to be women. That's not what their job was. The next one was going back to the slums, where they're looked down upon too because of where they're from, and ethically that's horrible. It's not even about the color of the skin, it's just where they're from, where their city's at, and they're just going to be called, you're trash. I think that's unethical. And then lastly was, again, when they're in Spain, I related to those parts so much more. When they're in Spain, and then they were arrested right off the bat because they thought they had stolen tickets, and I mean they were hardly questioned. I mean, granted, they didn't look like they were abused or any other way, but you know that if in America, I think about it in America, it could have gone some totally different. I don't know how it's handled out here, but I definitely see something like where it could have been worse than what it was. Um, what I would have done different, I wouldn't have bought those tickets off the street. Um, I don't trust people now here, and I don't think I can trust anyone anywhere. And then lastly, but I honestly, for myself personally, I don't think I would have had the guts to go travel around the world for soccer. I'm somebody who likes to feel comfortable. I don't have much money. But I don't live on the streets. I have a house, and I'm not very adventurous, I guess, in that sense. Although it sounds amazing, and I dream about doing that someday, but it's just not what I do. But that's it. I hope to hear from your responses, and I hope you have a great day. Bye.